Hi, I'm Bob, and this is Sunny's Fish Room. I'll be talking about breeding Corydoras paleatus, the salt and pepper cory, a peaceful, undemanding small catfish that's great for everyone from beginners to serious aquarium hobbyists. Okay, so I have a tank with 3 Corydoras paleatus, the salt and pepper cory. These are a hobby favorite. They've been in the hobby for a long, long time, maybe more than 50 years. They're from southern South America, Uruguay, southern Argentina, and they tolerate cooler temperatures, which is good. They don't need a heater. This is at room temperature in my house, somewhere in the high 60s right now. And they just spawned this morning, probably about an hour ago. They're still showing a little bit of activity, but I think they are mostly done. And you can see all of these eggs on the glass. They will, sometimes put them in groups, put them singly occasionally. Here they are again, showing the female, the male chasing female. I don't know where the other male is. Incidentally, that's a powerhead, a big aquaclear powerhead in the tank. So the way I get them to spawn is to feed them really well with good food. So the female sets eggs or ripens, and then do like maybe in 88% water change. Just take the old water out of the tank and then pour in new water. And my water here is kind of hard. So what I do is collect rainwater in buckets, and then I will pour the rainwater on them and turn the power head on and really blast them around. So the big water change, I learned that from Francine Bethia, it more often than not works. Sometimes the female will eat the eggs after laying them. She did that with the batch just before this. I don't know why it happened. I think the trick may be diet. Maybe the female's not getting enough fat or protein or something. So with this batch, I fed a little bit of hard-boiled egg yolk in the morning and once or twice a day in the afternoon, some Aquamax fry starter, which is commercial hatchery grade fry food. It's like 50% protein, has lots of fats and vitamins and other things in it. And this is the second spawn I've had from this group. I am going to remove the eggs shortly and incubate them elsewhere because the parents will eat the fry. So I'm just using a bulb siphon to lower the water level down a little bit to expose the eggs and make them easier to collect. If you don't do that, it's harder to collect the eggs. You drop them and you miss some. So it's just a bulb kerosene siphon that I bought at the hardware store. So here we are. I drained the tank down, and here's some eggs. And I'll show you it's just easy. You can just reach in and pull them with your fingers and put them in another container. Now the eggs are a little sticky. Don't know if you can see, they will stick to your finger. So you want to make sure they're off your fingers before you go back and pick some more, or else you'll take them out and maybe dump them back in the tank and they'll fall on the bottom where the parents will eat them when they hatch. Yep. 2 on my thumb. You can also loosen the eggs with a razor blade. Let's see. There we go. Slice them close to the glass. And one is on there, but the others I'll just remove by hand. All right, so I've separated all of the eggs from each other as best I can. I'm checking over, making sure I didn't miss any. The trick is, too, not to have very much water in there. So I've probably got maybe ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch of water in this container. The idea is the shallower the water, the more contact with the air, so that the air diffuses into the water and any CO2 diffuses out, keeps the eggs well oxygenated. I'll check and see if I have an air line open. I may also put an air stone in this container as well, just to keep them well aerated. I've added just a drop of methylene blue, again, to keep the fungus down. So I had picked a batch of eggs a few days ago before this one, and they're farther along. As you can see, they're starting to hatch. Some of them have hatched, and they look like little tiny tadpoles. Some of them are still eggs. You can see them along the sides there on the base of the sponge filter, and in the corner. They are just starting to move around now. Soon I will feed them, probably tomorrow, the next day. Maybe a teeny tiny amount of hard-boiled egg yolk. You have to be real careful with it because it can pollute, and also as they get a little bit older, maybe some very fine golden pearls or some referoids, which is a coral feed, which is good for tiny baby fish too. I hope you liked this video. Looking forward to your comments in the comment section down below. And if you like it, hit subscribe. Until the next video, thanks very much. This is Sunny's Fish Room.